Now going to question 16, we always start with the prompt. Which finding, if it were true, would support the researcher's prediction? And what's the prediction? Let's start reading. In this model of education, indigenous children learn the language of their people by using it as the medium of instruction and socialization at the pre-K or elementary levels. In a certain study of a school, the scholars found that the model not only imparted fluency in the language, but also enhanced students' pride in their culture overall. Given these positive effects, the researchers predict that the model increases the probability that as adults, former students of the school will transmit the language to younger generations in their community. So we have this model. The indigenous children are using their indigenous language as their medium of instruction and socialization at the early childhood level. And the prediction is that the model would increase the probability that as adults, former students that were in this program will go ahead and teach this to their own younger generations in the distant future. So which answer goes along with that? A says adults who didn't attend the school feel the same degree of pride as former students of the school. So we can get rid of that. We're expecting students who attended the school to have more pride because it said it right here. It said this program enhances their pride and therefore increases their probability of teaching the language to their own kids one day. So the pride is an important part of this, and it needs to be higher for people who were in the program as children. So looking at B now, after transferring to the school, new students experience an increase in fluency and academic performance overall. We weren't really comparing people who transferred to the school to people who were already in the school. It was more about whether students who were in the school as children transmitted the language to their own kids in the future. So B is kind of irrelevant. C, as adults, former students of the school are just as likely to continue living in their community as individuals who didn't attend the school. So we're not really talking about whether or not they decide to live in their community. And if they're just as likely, that goes against the point. We're looking for something that says that people who participated in this program as children were more likely to do something. So now looking at D, as they complete secondary and higher education, former students of the school experience no loss of fluency or cultural pride. So I don't necessarily love this answer choice because I was really looking for something that said former students of the school were more likely to transfer their language to their own children one day. But we have more serious problems with A, B, and C, and it does make sense. If they're maintaining their fluency in their language and their cultural pride, just like we see right here, that pride, based on that pride, the prediction was that they'd be more likely to transmit the language to their younger generations. So if they have a good amount of cultural pride and is not declining, this is at least in line with the prediction. So we're going to go ahead and pick D here.